Did Square cheapen the plate fall in Final Fantasy VII Remake? Uh, I'm discussing this because I listened to a podcast a couple weeks ago or so where Soldier First Class, Night Sky Prince, and a couple other guys, I'm sorry, I forgot their names. Resonant Arc, that's what it was. Resonant Arc. And then the other guy was somebody else I didn't know. But they all discussed Final Fantasy VII Remake, and they had a lot of good criticisms. It was mostly a critical discussion. And Resonant Arc gave a argument for why the plate fall doesn't work in the remake, basically. And Soldier First Class and Night Sky Prince agreed with him. And I just wanted to argue for and against that position to see kind of where it comes out, if we can make sense of it. Uh, and that was a really good discussion, by the way. I highly recommend checking it out if you want a critical review of the game. So let's just say yes, that they did cheapen it because many of the people survive, right? They're evacuated. Side characters like Weimer and Marl that we interact with in Sector 7 during Chapter 3 are still alive. They make it out. We see many people make it out. Main Avalanche characters, Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge, all their deaths are basically sidestepped based on the ending, right? So with that in mind, you could say that the gravitas of those final monologues from those characters really is taken out or undermined. Like when Cloud is talking to Biggs and Jesse, Tifa's there crying. Tifa and Cloud confirm to Barrett that they were goners, that they were on the plate. Barrett is very somber and hopeful at that moment. He's trying to see if Marlene made it out. And Barrett has a really good moment when he's punching the rubble. And they're, so yeah, by everyone kind of making it out and things being all right, it seems like all those scenes are kind of undermined. So let's go to the other position then, I guess, which is no, they didn't cheapen the plate fall, or that there's at least good reasons to accept the way that they did it. So I guess the first thing I would say is imagine you live in a town where there's a giant pillar visible to everyone that lives in your town. And suddenly there's all these helicopters flying around it, shooting at it, and there are people on the pillar shooting back at the helicopters. And you hear Shinra propaganda playing out of the helicopters saying that Avalanche is going to blow up the pillar to drop the plate. So if you see all that, then why wouldn't you evacuate, right? There's like Wedge and Aerith and others are screaming at people to run, to leave too before that. So you'd think that some people would listen and take seriously what's going on. So yeah, you're gonna have some people evacuate. I think it's kind of unreasonable to think that no one will survive this plate fall. And then in terms of Jesse being alive, it's not exactly confirmed. It's suspected, but we haven't seen that. Wedge, it seems like, does not make it out by the end of the game, really. And then Biggs, you can still have the dramatic moment from him be intact because it's not like he just survived after you left, like someone swooped in and saved him. We're not sure exactly, but it seems like it has more to do with timeline shifting. So it's like for Cloud and Barrett and Tifa, like they really did die. You know, they really did see them die. Um, so I don't think it undermines that for those characters, right? As a viewer seeing on the outside what's all happening now, though, I guess you could say it undermines it for us a little bit. But I don't know. I think it could be interesting to see how they react now to Biggs being alive when they come into contact with him again and explaining what happened. You know, that's kind of interesting. So in that sense, it might not take undermine it too much. It could expand on it, and then if he gets taken out some other way, you can have that moment again, right? Kind of reinforcing this idea that Sephiroth has said to Cloud, which is you cannot save anyone. So yeah, so that those are the two things I just wanted to talk about. Um, I I would say overall no, it doesn't cheapen the platefall. Um, but I could see why you'd think it does. All right, take care.